Could you define in detail a particular scenario where you utilize your own philosophy on leadership? It can be more than one, personal or professional.
Yeah, so there's a couple of different quotes that I've heard throughout my life that have really struck with me. And one of those is that the best way to predict the future is to create it.
I like that.
Right? So there's no future predetermined that you can't change or influence in some way, shape, or form. And I believe that to be true of your own life. And as I said, trying to inspire others to unlock their full potential and think for themselves things that maybe they never thought were possible is something that I think is key to my leadership style and how I like to interact with those around me. And so I would say for me, that's really also guided my path.
Okay.
And there was a time when I was at grad school and looking for, well, where am I going to go for my summer internship? What am I going to do after I get out of grad school? I've now found myself at this very prestigious institution after spending 6 years in the Coast Guard, earning a degree in public policy. And part of what inspired me on that path, aside from that gentleman, was the idea that I could actually shape and inform policies that touch the lives of many people in this country and internationally. And so could I get into either politics in some way as an elected official or as a public policy staffer helping to do those things? But when I worked on Capitol Hill with the Coast Guard, what I recognized most was our leaders are really changing and our elected officials are changing, and many of them have never served in the military. Many of them have never worked in the private sector even. And so they're creating policy that have major implications for our military, major implications for the private sector. And I felt like it would be great if those who were writing policy or enacting policy had a more tri-sector understanding. And so I knew I wanted to get into the private sector for a little bit. Not to stay there forever, but to try my hand and understand how the private sector thinks. And so consulting firms seemed like a great place to go and work and see a whole array of the private sector. Well, I didn't think that I was going to be the most competitive candidate for a prestigious consulting firm. There was a lot of competition for those jobs, especially amongst the business school. And again, I was in a public policy school. So even fewer opportunities for folks coming out of public policy. And so I knew I needed to create my opportunity. And when I was submitting those applications, I was thinking to myself, what's the best chance I can give myself to get one of these positions? And I just put a note in my cover letter that said, listen, I want to get into this organization so badly that I'm willing to go anywhere in the world that you need to have an intern. And I was thinking, maybe they have an office in Nigeria or something that they can't staff with an intern. And so this would be my foot in the door. And a couple of months passed by, and they were getting ready to announce who were going to get interviews for those different positions. And I got a call the day before from one of the consulting firms that I had submitted that type of letter to, and it was McKinsey & Company. And they said, were you serious about being willing to go anywhere? And I said, oh, man, I don't think I'm staying in the U.S. anymore. But I said, yes, I am. And I got a call the next day that said the Brussels office wanted to interview me. Great international hub to go and to work out of the Brussels office for McKinsey & Company. I got my internship there. And when I was there, I got assigned to a great role on a project team working for an airline in Luxembourg. And it was a really cush assignment. We were actually helping the airline stay competitive with the fast rail that was between Brussels and London, the Eurorail. And they wanted to know, like, will we be competitive? What does their first class look like? What are their security lines look like? How much is the cost of their tickets? How good is their food? So that was my initial project, was to go and ride the Eurorail and take pictures and eat good food and come back and write a report on how it was. It was super fun. It was a great way to spend the first 2 or 3 weeks of my summer. But I knew that that would not be the thing that got me an offer at the end of the summer, which is what everybody works for.
That's true. I could see
and so again, how do you create the opportunity in the future that you want for yourself? And I went to the partner in the Brussels office and said, I need to be reassigned. I need to be put on a more rigorous, difficult project. And all the other interns thought I was crazy, because here I am asking for something more, not just being okay with what I was given. And that partner said, all right, here we go. We're going to put you on a telecom company in Saudi Arabia. Who's going for their initial public offer. And I was like, all right, that's a challenge. And it was fantastic. I couldn't actually get a visa to Saudi Arabia as a single woman. So the team was staffed out of Dubai, And so I was able to go and work for the next 6 months that summer in Dubai with a team there and work 20-hour days and crunch the numbers. But at the end of the summer, I got the offer.
And what year was that roughly?
That was in 2007.
So it's grown a lot since then. Is why
yeah.
I bring that up. Yeah, it's a
But
lot
it was
bigger.
a beautiful city when I was there. Although the first thing I was struck by when I landed in Dubai was we were driving down the main strip. TGIF Fridays. It's the first restaurant I saw.
I love it.
And I was like, no.
I can't get away from
You can't
Western
get away.
culture.
Capitalism's everywhere.
It's everywhere.